Let's talk about why the states don't act. So let's start with Epstein. In New York, in Florida, in New Mexico, there is no statute of limitations that is applicable for first or second degree rape or penetration. Why aren't they demanding the Epstein files so that the states can prosecute the bastards who did this and not leave it up to the federal government? Why don't the states demand the FBI files relating to drug trading uh, uh, with uh, with Epstein, because let them sue and acquire that information, because the distributions of those drugs very well might lead to murder, of which there's no statute of limitations. Under the Dobbs decision, as I understand it, and I am certainly no constitutional lawyer, if it's not in the United States Constitution as a right to individuals, and it's up to the states to decide. So let the states decide. Let the states decide if it affects the health, safety, and welfare of their citizens to have undocumented immigrants taken from their states and put into hellholes in various places around the world. Let the states decide if there should be vaccines in their states. Call on JF or RFK Jr. to come and testify with his numbskullery statements in front of the state to talk about what's in the best interest of the welfare of the people of the Commonwealth, for example, where I am, of Pennsylvania or any other state. Let the states impose a restriction on social media to put a note, verified or unverified, meaning something's true or not true. Let them put a note on AI that this is artificial intelligence and it's not a real person. Let the states determine what's in the best interest, health, safety, and welfare of its individuals. And we should be asking our state representatives, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you protecting us from the federal government? And certainly the states, in my view, should be asking courts to determine, why is this $1.77 billion fund being created for the president to distribute at his whim? That's our tax dollars. I'd rather have that money go to help veterans or the poor or the needy, or to help states when they are have been hit by a disaster. They have the right to demand that. And I think if they're not going to have answers to that, quite frankly, I think the state should start withholding monies that would otherwise go to the federal government. I think I said the other day, I don't know why the state doesn't create a specific bank, a state-run bank that would operate for all sorts of reasons, but they could be a collection agency to then send the money to the federal government for the IRS. And simply say, if you're not going to treat our citizens fairly, we're going to hold their federal income tax. So let New York, Pennsylvania, Illinois, California have that money, and the states that can't afford to pay for themselves, the Mississippi, Alabama, and the rest of them, hell with them. If they're going to get money transferred from California to them, then they should recognize, for example, that all people have the right to vote. This is a quid pro quo, and it's time to take the gloves off and let them know we're not going to stand for this. As a people, we're not going to stand for this. We're Americans. We help each other. We hope that we're the melting pot of people and the melting pot of ideas. This has served us well throughout our history, and we are not going to let one person and one political party destroy what we've worked 250 years to create.